Right, so the European Union is making this absolutely massive bet on artificial intelligence. But here's the twist. Instead of just pouring money into the usual tech hubs, it's looking east. They're funding a whole network of AI powerhouses in a really bold plan to totally reshape the continent's tech landscape.
You know, for years, the global AI race has felt like a two-horse race, right? Dominated by the US and China, with Europe kind of falling behind. But now it looks like the EU has a new game plan, one that's designed to change all of that by tackling this very question head-on.
So to really get what the EU is up to, you have to understand the core problem they're facing. It's this innovation gap. Just look at this. Right now, AI adoption among European businesses is sitting at just 13.5%. That number really tells you just how far they have to go to hit their goals and seriously compete.
And this gap, well, it's the central challenge. To compete on the world stage, the EU knows it needs to dramatically, and I mean dramatically, accelerate how its companies and industries build and use AI. The big question is, how do you even do that across 27 different countries? Well, the EU's answer to that challenge is pretty bold, and it's very geographically focused. Instead of just reinforcing the traditional tech hubs out in the West, they're making a huge strategic push into Eastern Europe. So the core of the plan is this: transform countries like Poland, Romania, and Hungary into a new, interconnected center of gravity for AI innovation. The goal isn't just about catching up anymore. It's about creating a powerful, decentralized network that can actually generate world-class AI on its own terms. And listen, this isn't just about throwing money at the problem. Nope, the EU is deploying a full-on strategic toolkit. We're talking about building these innovative AI factories, giving people access to supercomputers, targeting startup funding, and, maybe most importantly, investing in the talent to power the whole thing.
Okay, let's start with what is really the cornerstone of this entire initiative. It's a concept that could be a complete game changer: these so-called AI factories.
So what is an AI factory? Well, think of it like a world-class gym, but for AI startups. It provides the three things they absolutely need to thrive: huge amounts of computing power, massive data sets, and a network of expert talent. A small team with a brilliant idea can literally walk in and get access to tools that would normally take them years and millions of dollars to get on their own. The whole process is designed to be a complete ecosystem from start to finish. These factories provide the raw computing power to train the models, they unlock the necessary data, they develop human talent through specialized programs, and then, ultimately, they act as launchpads for Europe's next generation of AI companies. And this isn't some small experiment either. The EU and national governments are backing this with a massive €2.1 billion investment. I mean, that number alone tells you just how serious they are about making this network a reality. And the scale of this thing is immense. We're talking about a coordinated network of 19 factories spread across 16 different states. And to make sure no one gets left out, there will be 13 antennas to plug other countries, like Hungary, into this main network. It's a truly continent-spanning effort.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but it kind of begs the question, why Eastern Europe? What is it about this region that makes it the right place for such a monumental bet? Well, it turns out the region has a few secret weapons up its sleeve. First and foremost, the people, the talent. Eastern Europe is home to a massive pool of 1.75 million software developers. That is an incredible foundation of technical skill to build on. And that talent pool, it's constantly being refilled. Every single year, the region's universities produce around 80,000 new graduates in STEM fields. That ensures a steady, sustainable pipeline of engineers and data scientists. So what happens when you combine all that talent with new investment? You get incredible growth. The region's IT market is projected to grow by a staggering 20.5% by 2029, making it one of the most dynamic tech sectors on the planet. But it's not just about the numbers. There's a cultural advantage, too. Developers in the region are known for being really pragmatic, very direct, a preference for tackling the hard problems head-on. That kind of efficiency is a perfect fit for the fast-paced, fail-fast world of AI development. So when you combine this deep talent pool with lower operational costs, a prime geographic location right next to Western Europe, and a really vibrant, decentralized startup scene,
Well, the EU's bet on the East starts to look like a very, very smart move. It's basically turning its economic diversity into a strategic weapon.
Of course, an undertaking this massive is never easy. It's not without its challenges. So to get the complete picture, we have to look at the significant hurdles that this super ambitious project still needs to clear.
Probably the biggest challenge is talent retention. I mean, look at this. When an AI engineer can make over 120,000 Swiss francs a year in Switzerland, it creates immense pressure. This brain drain to higher paying jobs in the West is a constant risk that these new hubs have to fight against.
And while investment is definitely growing, it's not being spread around evenly. Not at all. Poland is a clear leader in attracting venture capital, but other areas like the Western Balkans are lagging way behind. This imbalance risks creating a whole new set of winners and losers inside the region itself. And beyond just funding, there are other critical hurdles. You've got human challenges, like addressing the tech industry's persistent gender gap to unlock the full talent pool. And then you have physical challenges, like providing the insane amount of cooling needed for these power-hungry AI supercomputers. Overcoming these is just as crucial as the initial investment. So, with all those advantages and challenges in mind, what does the future actually look like? Let's zoom back out and take a look at the roadmap for the rest of the decade. The timeline is both clear and really ambitious. In 2024, the EU established the AI Act. That's the world's first big legal framework for AI. The goal is that by 2026, the AI factories are fully up and running. And by 2030, the target is to have 20 million ICT specialists working across the EU, with Eastern Europe playing a huge role in hitting that number. Which brings us to the final crucial question. By combining all this, the massive investment, the distributed infrastructure, and that deep regional talent pool, is the EU actually creating a new kind of Silicon Valley? One that's built not in a single location, but as a collaborative network that stretches across an entire continent. It's got to be one of the most exciting experiments happening in technology today.